up YouTube? It's me, it's your favourite today. How you doing? Yeah, this is a charity shop haul that I went to Wombourne and Kingswinford near me yesterday. I know you're not interested, but the bus route changed, so it took me a completely different way. I had no clue where I was going. Also, I think the next time that I go around that area, I think I'm going to try and fit Stourbridge in as well, because I got back with enough time. I know you're interested. Stourbridge, you've got Stourbridge, Kingswinford, Wombourne that's on this bus route, and I've been missing Stourbridge out because I need to get back for the kids. But I might give it a risk next time, and because I'll do it on the day where I meet the wife as well. But it really does need two of us to get them two kids back. They're a nightmare. But yeah, so I went to Wombourne and Kingswinford. I wouldn't say there's a lot here. There's about 7 or 8 items, but good stuff. Not like my last haul where it was, 10 to 15 items of crap. There's some good stuff here. Starting off with this one, and then I'd at least say there's another 2 or 3 items that are around the £50 mark. So yeah. It was all, I don't know, sometimes I get obsessed with the amount of listings that I need to put on, but also, I need to think quality over quantity as well. So, this first item, got this from Wombourne. Actually, right, I do this all the time. Going off on another one. Also, because I'm going into better areas, these areas I ain't seen at council estate, they're just down. It's posh. It's really posh. How can I put it? It's very Caucasian. It's alright, I can't get done for that. It's very cool. It's very Caucasian. So yeah, it's very posh people, stuck up, look down on me while I'm walking around, stuff like that. When I say, sometimes I say that I'll say Caucasian. I'm not saying like race. Like, I'm not talking about race, but you know what I mean? It's very uppity, you know what I mean? I say Caucasian because, like, Caucasian, like, posh. I'm not talking about the pigment. It's more to do with, like, posh, hyacinth bouquet kind of thing, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, anyway, before I dig myself into a bigger hole, so first is this England Umbro green flag tracksuit top. Yeah, this is, when I've looked it up, it's from 1998, and these are going for like 50 quid, so it's a bonus. This cost me £6.95. Yeah, as I said, I always pick up football stuff, so this is definitely a nice little pickup. I did do a little bit of research while I was in the shop because it was £6.95. Don't know why. I knew there'd be a little bit more money, but I have got an England coat that's in the shed that's been sitting there for a while. So yeah, I did a little bit of research, saw it was going for 50 quid, so I picked it up. So it's England 1998 green flag. It's got thingy on the back as well. England green flag umbrella on the back. This cost me £6.95, and I'm going to shoot for 50 quid on this bad boy. Right, up next is this Dickies kind of lumberjack padded shirt. I'm going to keep digging myself into a hole. When I'm saying Caucasian, I don't mean race. Like, it's something that me and my mates would say when we were like kids. Caucasian, posh. We'd say it about anybody. So I just want to cover that before, like, I get all the lefties, like, I don't know, chastising me and stuff. And I think, have I got many? Yeah, just stop. Anyway, padded Dickies shirt. My wife's shaking her head. Dickies shirt, lumberjack, worker, axe, you know what I mean, Canadian. This cost me 4 quid. I'm going to shoot for 25 on this one. There's a lot of them you can get for brand new, but maybe 20, I don't know. Shall be bold and go for 25. But yeah, this Dickies padded shirt, this cost me 4 quid. I'm going to shoot for 25 quid. I like these. I'd wear these myself, but I'm already padded enough, I think. So yeah, 4 quid. Going to shoot for 25. Right, up next, about the Caucasian, I'm joking, I'm not going to go on about it. So, up next are these Armani jeans. Now, I know people are going to be screaming out fakes. They look pretty legit there. You've got the little logo thing on the arse cheek. And apparently you need 2 loops either side. I just watched a video on YouTube where it was like 10 years to find fake Armani jeans. What they didn't explain was which ones were the genuine ones. So it was really confusing. But I think these are legit. I do think they're legit. But definitely, if you want to scream on the comments if you don't think they're legit, but they do look pretty legit. That's sewed in. You know, I can't be bothered to take it off, but they look legit to me. But the thingy there, that's, well, so you've got thin there, sewed in at the back. That's a bit fecked up, guessing after a few washes, but they do seem legit. The only thing that was missing was something about it's meant to have a logo on the coin pocket, but I can imagine they're not all going to have a logo on the coin pocket. And then, you know, that looks pretty legit as well. But yeah, if anybody's like, no, that was the fake ones, what are you doing? Let me know. But yeah, these cost me a £5, averaging about 40 quid on these. It's so hard with clothing. I've heard a lot of people say this about pricing with clothing. I know people shoot straight for the highest, whatever the highest that it's sold for, but you know, I kind of just go for the average. So I'm going to go for 40, because you know, some have sold for a tenner. So I'm going to shoot for 40 on these. These cost me £5. Right, up next, I've sold these coats before. A Winsmore, let's say chocolate brown coat. These prices are all over the gaff. It does my head in, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, probably say average about 30 quid. I'll probably shoot for 30, but I have got a few Winsmore coats that are in the shed that haven't sold yet. I had a red one that sold for 40, I think it was, in December time. But yeah, this one, it's got a bit of a loose button there. It's a bit plain, so I might just shoot for 30. Yeah, so I'm going to go for 30 quid on this Winsmore chocolate brown coat, and it cost me £5. So it cost me £5. I'm going to shoot for 30 on this one. Right, next is this Richard Draper sheepskin coat. Sorry, I can hear my neighbour next door, so I'm just being a little bit quiet. Yeah, this Richard Draper sheepskin coat. It's got a few marks across the bottom there. I think around one of the other sides. Yeah, again, when I was just looking up, one sold for like 150, one sold for 110, 4 have sold for 35. So it is confusing. I think I might shoot for maybe 40. I have got another 2 sheepskin coats in the shed. I had 2 from that haul I had in July, which sold one of them sold pretty quickly, and then another one sold during the Christmas period. And then I think I've sold another sheepskin coat, but I have got 2 in the shed at the minute, so I think this might be the last one that I pick up until I'll get rid of those. But yeah, that's the thing. I think with these sheepskin coats, a lot of them, you find a lot of faults with them, a lot of stains and that, but I suppose it's about keeping warm. But yeah, that one cost me 10. I think I'm going to go for 40. Yeah, sorry, go for 40. I'm going to go for 40 on this Richard Draper sheepskin coat. Right, next, another pair of jeans, another pair of diesel jeans. I haven't picked up this thing before. I think they're THAVNAR. As I said, you know, these diesel ones, depending on what that tag says, the brand or whatever it's called, you know, the prices can be different. So I'd say the other ones they've been selling for, well, I know I've sold a couple for 25 quid. Seen these go for about 35, so I'm going to shoot for 35 because they're pretty unique as well. You know, I don't know what the style is, I'm not even going to try and pretend. But these cost me £3.50, and I should get 35 quid. I mean, it's my age, I know it is, but I've probably got they look like a painter's pair of jeans. Like, for instance, like, there's a mark there. Now, is that mark part of the jeans? Or is that someone who's dropped a bit of pot noodle on their leg? Who knows, kids? This is what happens leading youth of today. Anyway, £3.50. Gonna shoot for 35. Right, my last bit of clothing. Now, this one's confused me a bit. As I said before, I pick up corduroy stuff because that seems to, or I always look at corduroy stuff. I've tried to back away from just picking up stuff for the sake of picking up stuff like denim and corduroy and it just sitting there. But I looked this up while I was in the charity shop, this brand. And the brand is Dries Van Noten. I think that's the brand, I have no clue. I think that's how you pronounce it, I have no clue. When looking up, the prices on these are ridiculous. They're like, some are going for 350. The corduroy stuff especially is going, I can't remember. Shay, can you just do a quick search for me? I'm like recording. Dries Van Noten. Oh, that whatever that thing was. Yeah. Corduroy. So yeah, I'm not sure about the price on this. I think I'm gonna go. It only cost me £5.50. I think I'm gonna go for like about 100 or 150 quid. Maybe 150 quid with the best offer. I'm just not sure, but it's like olden days looking. I don't know what kind of style it is, but it's got like an eye on the top, like a little leather thing there. It looks legit. But what was the corduroy ones that were listed? That's not as much as I'm saying. So like 150, 130, 170 quid. Those are the ones that are listed for at the minute. And then when you're looking at sold stuff, depending, this looks kind of old and vintage, but depending on the sold stuff, it looks probably 100 quid, 130.
147, 100, 110.
Yeah, so, you know, around the 100, 150 mark. So at the minute I'm thinking about 150 and going for the best offer, but it's not a brand I've heard of before. There might be some of the lady resellers that are screaming at it going, it's they're worth this or whatever, so I don't know. So I think in my head I'm going for 150 with the best offer. But that could be, you know, if it's sold for 150, one of the best finds I've had. But yeah, brand I've never heard of, Dries Van Noten. Go on, we'll give me that. And this one cost me £5.50. Might go on. I'm going to go for £150 with the best offer. Right, and then the last two bits of the haul. I got this Panasonic camera. It didn't have any wires with it. G3 or NVG3. It hasn't got any wires with it. I don't know whether it's worth me. You know, I might just sell it for spares. I'm really not a testing kind of person, like a buying in to test something kind of person. It hasn't got the light, so I might just sell it as it is for like 20 quid. I saw it on the shelf for 3 and I was like, yeah, I think one is sold or one is listed for spares at about 30 with all the wires, so I might just go for 20, sod it for spares. And then again, I don't learn, but at least these are a good find. Some USSR binoculars. I think they're comms, 8x30. Now I learnt about these from Stu Mandry, who helped me with the haul of binoculars that I got last week. Yeah, so what it is, if you look on those binoculars there, see the code 8613660. So if you see these binoculars and they've got USSR, they were made in Russia, and then if it's got the first 2 digits that are on that code, that's the year that they were made. So I think pre-Cold War is 1991, isn't it? Yeah, so 1991. So pre-Cold War is 1991. These were made in 1986, so I should get 50 quid on these binoculars, and they cost me a tenner. So yeah, you know, it's been a good haul. So you've got that jacket that could potentially be 150 quid, the England jacket that's 50, Diesel jeans at 35, Armani jeans for 40, Winsmore jacket for 30, the I was going to say sheepdog, sheepskin jacket for 40, the Dickies shirt for 25, and then these two. So I think that's, you know, it's a pretty, for saying I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, still 9 items, got 9 items. There's good money in all of it, you know, just shows you haven't got to get quantity, it's all about quality, eh? I need to be more like that. But now, my wife is staring a hole through the wall. I was meant to be out the door 10 minutes ago. So for now, peace out, stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.